Welcome to another MP4Nation.net video review. Today I'm going to show you our new Nationite Rocktab. This is a sample I got a couple of weeks ago. When it first arrived, it was white in color. I've since colored it in black, and I haven't done a great job of it. So please don't judge the Rocktab too much on the bad paint job, because the final version will come in a splendid black color without me having done the paint job. Anyway, as this is a Rocktab, let me show you some of the hardware features of it. It has a 7-inch resistive touch panel with a 800 by 480 resolution screen. On the side here is a trackball that you can use for scrolling, as you can see. On top here we have the on-off hold button, as well as a micro SD slot for additional memory. Your volume control buttons here, but you can also use the on-screen volume display. No problem. On the side is a 3.5 audio jack and a power slot, as well as a 5-pin USB slot, which can be used for data transfer into the internal memory, as well as a USB host for like a 3G dongle or USB memory stick. So it's not just a USB port. Well, it does support OTG and 3G, but via dongle. As I said, this runs on the Rockchip RK2808 processor. It has an Android operating system. It does run 1.5. Don't judge it yet, because it's running on 1.5. It is an optimized and customized version of 1.5, and we've tested this against other China Android tablets that are running 2.1, and this actually loads web pages faster. It runs applications just as well. So although it's using an older version of Android 1.5, it handles it very well and better than some devices that are using 2.1, because it's been optimized to run properly on this processor. And now, as I was talking about other China tablets, this is a budget tablet that's running, that will cost less than $140 for the 2 GB version. There are other China tablets that don't cost this much, but they vary greatly in the quality of manufacturing. What's been really lacking from other devices I've been using the Rockchip RK2808 is that their build quality just hasn't been good. We know this. We sold the A-pads for a while, and they were pretty, well, the manufacturing of them was just not up to our level. But this, the Nationite Rocktab, we assure you is solidly built. You don't have to worry about any problems in the manufacturing. It's up to spec, and it doesn't cost that much. What this is ideally used for is web browsing, email checking, video playback, and audio, for music playing. You can also use it for apps and games. It has a full working Android marketplace. Let's go to games, just load it up, comes up quickly. You can go ahead and start downloading games and apps as you wish. Of course, not all of them will work fantastically on this. The Rockchip 2808 processor isn't the fastest thing out there, but again, it does it does web browsing, emailing, music and video playback quite well. Then again, you'll also find lots of games that will work perfectly well on this, and you'll have a lot of fun using it. Now let me show you the web browser. It's fast, it's snappy. It's not as fast as our Nationite Midnight, but then again, for the price you're paying for this, it'll beat it'll beat any other Android tablet, especially Chinese Android tablets out there in this price range for performance. So let's go to the classic. No, we want to go to news. And it does have a built-in accelerometer, so you can rotate the screen, but you can also rotate it 360 basically. And the really nice thing is that it doesn't, the page rotates very fast on this. On other RK2808 devices like the A-pad, rotating screens took about a second or so. In this case, that doesn't happen. So let's just load up. Let's go to CNN International. Obviously, this has built-in force application. What the hell is that? I must have background application up and running. Obviously this has built-in Wi-Fi. And see the page loads really fast. You can start reading it. So again, I just want to highlight that pages will load fast on this. This is really nice for casual web browsing. If you're sitting on your sofa, or if you're in your bed or at work, if you just want to whip this out just for web surfing, this is really convenient and nice. Of course, if you're commuting, you would need access to Wi-Fi or 3G dongle, or 3G, 3G dongle that will allow you to surf on the move. Alright, that is the web browser. I don't really need to show more. I'm sure you've got a good idea of how a web browser works. So this is customized, so you can pull up the menu there. And of course, because Android doesn't automatically close programs, you will need a task manager to kill background apps and free up memory so that Android can perform better. And now I said this does play video. It supports videos up to 720p. It supports AVI, FLV, MKV, MP4. It supports a whole host of video file formats. But the thing you'll notice about this RK2808 tablet is that videos actually play far better and far smoother than what we saw on the iPad. On the iPad, this same video ran more clippy and not smooth. And that's the same with other resolution videos that we tested on the iPad. Compared to this, it plays better. And that is, of course, in part because this has a better and more optimized version of Android than what's been used in other RK2808 devices. Let's go back. Let's check out the Rock Audio Player, which is Rockchip's music app, which is actually really nice. It has very smooth kinetic scrolling. It sorts by all music, your artist, album, genres. It even that's just File Explorer. It even allows for playlists. Now playing. And again, as I said, the built-in speaker is quite loud, as you can hear, and it's actually decent quality. And fast forward. You can also use there you go, the trackball. You have your EQs here. Different playlist options. You can add it to your playlist. Stop that. Now let me show you Gmail. Oh yeah, and this little menu here is for widgets that you can then just go ahead and pop onto your desktop. Gmail. There you go. Gmail works really nice and smooth on this, the Gmail app. So let's check out this Barnes & Noble newsletter. Let me show pictures. Loads up really fast. Smooth scrolling. There you go. So again, really nice to check your email, especially if you have Gmail, because the Gmail app works really nice in this. Let me show you Google Maps, because Google Maps is pretty smooth on this also. That's Hong Kong, if you haven't realized already. That's the One-Shot Convention Center, which happens to actually look like a cockroach from the top. Well, that's what some people say. Anyway, that's Google Maps. I'm sure many of you are familiar with how Google Maps works. And as I said, you can download and go ahead and use other applications to your heart's content. Some of them will work really well on this, some may not. Well, let me show you the YouTube app. This is the second time I've actually showing it to you, because the first time the player ran out of juice, so I've quickly recharged it. You know, hopefully it'll last for another couple of minutes for me to finish this review off. The YouTube app is really nice because it's been optimized to run well on this device. Other RK2808 devices like the iPad haven't been able to play YouTube streaming properly, especially because they can't do full screen properly. So, and it does list, you know, the various different, you know, files that you can use. Well, not the files, the file qualities. I wouldn't really recommend using the HD or the high quality because it'll play rather jerky on this. So go for the medium quality for best playback results for YouTube. Oh, this is the dancing guy one. I've seen this. As you can see, it streams pretty well. Full screen, no problem. The audio quality is good. Anyway, it's a pretty interesting video actually. Anyway, you get the point, and this thing is running out of juice. Just for reference, for those of you wondering how long this device can last on a full charge, it will give you about 4 hours of web browsing with Wi-Fi out, about another 4 hours for video playback, about a good 6 to 8 hours for audio playback depending on your bit rate. And if you have the Wi-Fi off and you're playing games, well, that can range from anywhere from about 3 to about 5 hours depending on the games and your use with the touchscreen, how much interaction you're having with the touchscreen. Anyway, this is the Nationite Rocktab. It is our budget, or if you may want to call it, entry-level tablet that will retail for under $140 for the 2 GB and under $160 for the 8 GB and under $180 for the 16 GB. As I said, this is really good if you're looking for something that's low cost and you want to do web browsing, email checking, video playback, and audio playback. So head on over to mp4nation.net to check this out, or head on over to our forums to discuss this. Thank you.